Professor. Now, recent numbers have come out of what it's going to cost to fix Courthouse in Marshalltown because of recent weather activities. But we're talking about another one that's been important to our great state as we find that Iowa connection this morning. How are you today, sir?
I am well. I am damp. Because it has been raining here.
Join the club, yeah.
That's an interesting descriptive this morning, but hopefully also feeling educational as well as we talk about.
You didn't say moist, so that's good. Okay.
Today's Iowa
We're just the script's a little soggy, but I think we can get through it.
Perfect.
We are going to tell you today about Fayette County. Now, Fayette County is in northeast Iowa, and it has a rather unique history. It is named for the French general who aided the colonists in the Revolutionary War. You recall the Marquis de Lafayette. A lot of people say Lafayette is one word. It's actually two words, Lafayette, and that is how we get Fayette County. It was also originally one of the largest counties ever organized, with an area of, get this, 140,000 square miles. Fayette County actually included all of the present state of Minnesota west of the Mississippi River.
Wow.
That is one huge county. So all of Minnesota was part of Fayette County. And in fact, almost all of the counties in northeast Iowa were formed out of the original Fayette County. It was reduced to its current boundaries, still somewhat larger than your average county. But that was back in 1847, shortly after Iowa became a state. So again, when you consider the Louisiana Purchase and Iowa a part of that, having been purchased from France, naming it for Lafayette, you can understand why so much land was given that name, but ultimately it became one of our 99 counties of pretty average size. Well, now let's go to 1851, and that's when they held a vote to determine where the county seat of Fayette County would be. Voters had 6 choices. The top 2 advanced to a later ballot, sort of like a game show, actually, and that's when the final choice was made. And in that final vote, voters chose West Union over Lightville. Now, the county seat of West Union didn't always have that name. It was originally called Knob Prairie. I think I'm glad they made the change.
I like Knob. It's good.
Let's go to Knob Prairie and settle. I don't think so.
Oh. No, go to KP? Okay.
Not going to happen for me. Jackie will settle in Knob Prairie.
I'll go to Knob.
When a courthouse was proposed for that area, luckily not called Knob Prairie, in 1853, well, it took them a while to actually put one up. It took 3 years until the first courthouse was built. So the county business was transacted in the Methodist Church until the courthouse was ready. Not entirely uncommon at the time. But that original courthouse burned to the ground when a prisoner in the jail started his cell on fire. Good work out of him. A second courthouse was then built, but it was also destroyed by fire in 1922. Before a third courthouse could be built, there was another fight over where the county seat should be located because towns had grown and other ones thought that, well, since there's no courthouse anyway and we're starting over, let's start everything over. Fayette and Oelwein made their cases to voters, but again, West Union prevailed to hold on to the county seat status, in part because citizens of West Union and the surrounding area donated $100,000 toward the total building cost of a new courthouse. That was a third of the total cost, donated by private individuals. But here was a good move. After losing the previous 2 courthouses due to fire, the one that they built after that is a gray Bedford stone structure.
So it's fireproof.
Good luck burning that one down,
yeah,
you inmate in the jail. So this version of the Fayette County Courthouse that we're talking about has stood the test of time, as it was formally dedicated and opened for business on this date in 1924. And it's another one of these wonderful old courthouses in Iowa with some great architecture. And it was built in 1924, not quite 100 years ago, for a cost of $300,000.
Yeah, it's amazing. Again, the craftsmanship back then, too, is simply amazing if you go there and have a chance to check that out in person, isn't it?
It is a beautiful facility. And again, you can see this is not the first time we've told a story like this where citizens ponied up money or ponied up land in order to get or keep something that they knew would be a real anchor for their community.
That works. All right. So if people want to go back and revisit and talk about all the times that the courthouse burned down prior to getting one that finally stuck around for a while, where can they do so?
Third time's the charm at iowaalmanac.com. Also Twitter and Instagram at Iowa Almanac, but the full story is at iowaalmanac.com.
All right. That works. Thank you very much, buddy. And you just try to stay dry, and we will talk to you tomorrow morning.
I will be here.
All right.
Thank you.
It is 6 minutes past 9.